me. I was once upon a time a developer. I was a developer for about 5 years. I loved development, but found myself getting increasingly frustrated with not having enough say over the direction of the product, and so sort of gradually moved across into the product space. And we've been in the product space now for about 10 years, and really haven't looked back ever since. And e-commerce, and I've also been able to work as a product manager in Sydney, London, Silicon Valley, and New York, which has been great. Tonight's topic, influencing stakeholders for success. I chose this topic as I thought about the things I could talk about. I sort of see influencing stakeholders as a bit of an art form, whereas a lot of other things in product management is more of science. I think the science things you can learn in a classroom and a textbook, whatever it might be, but the stakeholder management is something that you can learn from doing examples from people like myself who actually working in the field. So I thought that's what I would focus on tonight. And I'm going to try to illustrate this by talking about a product that I worked on at eBay and a few situations that occurred with stakeholders while I was working on my product. I'll take you through that as we get into the presentation. But I first thought it was worth calling out what success means. Any good product, we should define what the success metrics are. For me, influencing stakeholders successfully and for success in a product is around building the trust and rapport of those stakeholders. One. Number two, sort of what's rooted with that is having the stakeholders allow you to go and build something that is the right thing for their problem. So building the right solution rather than being dictated to having the space to get into that. That's a key success measure. And then finally, just having those stakeholders feel that their needs are being met successfully. So a sense of sorts. So get into those situations now. Before I get into those situations, I just want to talk to you about the product that those situations sit around, give you a sense of what I was doing. At eBay, there's an experience which is responsible for initiating billions of dollars of revenue annually. This experience contains great value inventory that people can browse through very easily. We often subsidize inventory. Subsidized by eBay, subsidized by the seller, and highly curated. And it's also used by a lot of the marketing teams to drive customers. So banner for eBay often you land on this customer experience. That customer experience is powered by a set of platforms and tools. There was 3 tools when I joined eBay, and I was responsible largely for building those platform tools. Across these 3 regions, and the business operations teams across eBay globally were my stakeholders in this particular product. The issue here and the products that we were building, the issue, I guess, the impetus for this problem that I had, was that I had 3 systems. I had one team with 3 different systems, 3 different code bases, 3 different sets of problems. Every time there was a bug, I had to fix it on one particular system, but there was 2 other systems that I had other bugs that we had to fix. Or if a stakeholder in Germany wanted a new feature for the European system and built that, we couldn't port that feature onto the North American system or the APAC system. And so we found ourselves constantly churning and doing extra work. And the last issue with those 3 systems was they all had scalability issues, reliability issues, accessibility issues. So something needed to be done with these 3 systems.
Was it legacy? Because for legacy or companies?
It was legacy in that different. It wasn't a global direction when these systems were built. So different markets around the world built up their own systems as they sort of grew organically and did the process across these different business teams. And I'll come to more of that in a minute. So my goal was to have a single global product outline around a single global product. So that was basically the basis of the project. So now I'll take you through some of the situations. I'll take you through 4 situations that I dealt with at eBay. So on this credit card. The first situation was that we had, to a point, different processes, different products, and this was a problem because for me to go and build a new global product, I really needed to align all these different markets. There was 10 different markets, over 10 different markets. Each of those markets, there were business teams, operations teams, marketing teams. So hundreds of stakeholders that I needed to align on this new approach. And so my target was to get alignment, to get global alignment. And so my approach to get that global alignment was as follows. First, I set up what I called the Product Council. And the Product Council was basically a set of stakeholders that I worked with senior business leaders across those different markets to sort of handpick. And those stakeholders, those representative stakeholders that we agreed on, had authority to speak on behalf of their market, number one. So they had the authority, and they were speaking on behalf of their business team, and their marketing team, and their operations team. So I put together a really small, crack team of stakeholders that I could then work with on a regular basis. The next thing I did with that group was I set up a regular meeting, so it's literally just a weekly meeting. I tell you, it's not easy to find a time that suits Australia and Europe and the US all at the same time. So I would often find myself running this meeting at 8 a.m. in the morning as I sat on the eBay shuttle bus, transporting me from San Francisco to eBay headquarters in San Jose. And I'd sit there on my laptop with my earphones in as I sat on this product council meeting and trying not to annoy my fellow passengers on the bus. So in that product council, the purpose of that product council was to gain feedback and rapid alignment with those stakeholders. So to do that, I would bring to the table concepts, ideas, getting feedback, having discussions, having debates with this small group of people who were representing with all these markets, trying to align them around, early on, trying to align them around different concepts. As we progressed into the project, I'd be sharing with them wireframes or mocks or maybe detailed product requirements around anything validation logic, forms going to work, and basically constantly working to get their buy-in and feedback over and over. And having that cadence, that weekly cadence, meant that first thing I always knew I could get that rapid feedback, and keeping the momentum, I was pushing them to constantly align around the requirements that we were defining as a group. The other benefit of the Product Council was just getting the knowledge sharing amongst these different stakeholders. There were situations that we had where I might have had some German functionality, European system functionality, which the German stakeholder thought was really great, and we were comparing that to the existing US systems functionality, which the US stakeholder thought was really great, and it was like, which way should we go, which is the right solution. If I didn't have this Product Council, it would have been on me to sort of look at the two solutions, make a decision, and then end up having to make the argument with the other stakeholder, and it's really down to whether they trust me enough to agree to change their business process to use this new functionality. With this approach, I have those two stakeholders essentially in the room together, albeit over the video conference, that they were able to have that conversation between each other. They could talk with authority over which thing was better, and we could as a group agree and align around which thing was better. It made my life a lot easier having that constant knowledge sharing going on. So as a result, we got alignment. I got alignment on a global solution, both process and product, which was fantastic. And the other benefit of this was I ended up with a bunch of product analysts. So these guys who I invested heavily in the product council sessions, once we delivered this project, they felt real ownership of this product. And so when it came time to roll this product out to their markets, any sort of pushback or issues people had in their markets, they were on the front line to deal with those issues and advocate for the approach that we took, again, making my life a lot easier. So that was a really valuable way to drive alignment and start to get the project going. Situation two. Okay.
So do you have a situation when there was sort of gridlock? Let's say market one said we went this way, market B said, what are we doing? Because we have to put different business process, we're doing a different way. but nonetheless, we have a single set of functional requirements, right? Do you have a distribution when it's hard to
Most of
align?
this, yeah, the situation where it's difficult to align stakeholders out. I mean, it happens all the time, absolutely. And there's a couple more examples in here. We just sort of talked about that, I guess, a little bit. I mean, ultimately, as a product manager, I have the final say. So if necessary, it will end up on my shoulders, and if I have to make a decision, I'll make a decision. And I'll give reasons for that, and some people will be happy, and some people won't. You can't always keep everyone happy. But, you know, and I'll talk about some of these in a second. I certainly try to keep everyone happy as much as possible. I try to find the right path to take.
Common engineer,
It's one.
common engineer is something that work for all departments. But I mean, it sounds like you were trying, like from the functional perspective, you were trying to find something that would work across the whole
Right.
common engineer.
I mean, I think when you're trying to build a global solution, everyone's on board with why it's valuable and benefits they get. Sometimes it's compromised, and you can't be everything to everyone. And I think part of that Pride Council was this group. I was able to share that vision with them, but also have them understand that compromise is a big part of trying to build something global. So I think people were okay with maybe not getting everything they wanted. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you don't make calls that just escalations if there are any. So situation number two kind of answers the question a little bit perhaps, if we're doing something different. So the situation here was that one of those markets that I talked about earlier, they had a very specific business need. They were genuinely different to all the other markets, and they needed some custom functionality because that was unquestionable. But what they had built out in their existing system was really complicated. And I knew intuitively when I looked at it, there was no way that the replicable was there. However, these stakeholders were demanding of me, hey Simon, we need this. This is how we work, this is how we operate, this is the functionality that we need. So what I needed to do was convince them to consider an alternative. I needed to let them give me the space to be a product manager, listen to their problem, and come up with something different. And so my approach was as follows. The first 3 points on here is really about establishing trust. Right? Number one is about deeply understanding the business problem. There's no substitute for that. Really always got to deeply understand the business problem. So I did that, really understood, then I empathized with them. Empathy here is really about making sure that they understood, that I understood what their problems were, what their goals were, what they needed out of the product. But I also made sure that they understood that we weren't going to build what they asked me to build. And so I was very open and transparent. I didn't want to hide this from them. I told them up front, you guys can't do this. I'm committed to finding a solution, but I can't build it for reasons. It's just too complicated. It's not worth the investment is just not the ROI is just not there for us to be investing in. So with that, I got the trust and I got the room to go and look for a product that best fit their needs. I went away, worked with my engineering team, worked with my design team. We came back to a solution that actually was much better in our mind. But I didn't want to take it back to the stakeholder yet, because my concern was that even though we were pretty confident we had a much better solution, my concern was if I shared this with them in a meeting, with 6 or 7 of them sitting in a room, if just one person said, no, I don't like it, it was going to derail this solution. It was going to make my life significantly harder to convince them. And so this is where, for me, Pride comes in. And that, means what it says. It's basically, I want to talk to them all individually first. Talk to them one-on-one, get them comfortable with this new concept, get them comfortable with this idea. It makes a huge difference. I'll talk about that again. I'll come back to that in some of the next slides. But in this case, I talked to them one-on-one, got them comfortable with the idea, got them comfortable with the change, what they were going to have to do from a process perspective, and then brought them together in a room together and rub us down on that solution moving forward. So as a result of that approach, I got the stakeholder buy-in that I was looking for. I avoided a very poor product investment, which was great for eBay, and I also enabled significant efficiency and scale. Right? So this was a far better solution, much better for this team than if we just gone and built what they initially asked for. Asking for more. The situation was that this project I was working on, the timelines were backwards. What I didn't say earlier was this product, its most valuable time of the year was over the holiday period. So a couple of months out from Thanksgiving through to Christmas, when eBay marketing spend really ramped up and lots and lots of customers were being moved into this experience. So it's the most valuable time of the year, and for us to migrate all of these different business teams and operations teams onto this new platform, we had to do it by a certain date in order for us to realize the value for this particular year. Otherwise, we weren't going to realize the true value of the system for another 12 months. So it was really important that we try to hit this deadline. And not only that, this is the deadline that we need to tell everyone we're going to hit. The problem was that as I sort of did my sort of rough project plans, I saw that we were at risk. I'd already got scope as far as I could, and so this was a problem. So my objective here was to go and convince my leadership that we needed more resources. So how to do this? First thing, my first approach here was to be open and transparent. I didn't do this then there. I'd already been doing this throughout the entire project. So open and transparent in this case, I mean, I was sending out a weekly status email, which that status email was basically a bunch of bullet points that covered the progress, the plans, and the problems that we were having on the project, as well as a little health indicator in the form of a traffic light, green, red, that I was sending to all stakeholders. Right? And so these, my senior leadership was getting these emails, and they had seen that it had been going from a nice shade of green, and it ended up in a dark shade of red, which is where it was now. And so they already knew that potentially there was something up here and there was some issue that they might be getting me knocking on the door and talking to them about at some point. So having that being open and transparent and sharing the fact that we're in a bit of trouble here meant that I'd already set the foundations with these stakeholders. It wasn't going to be a surprise to them that I might come and ask them for something. The next thing I did was to empathize with these stakeholders. So I put myself in their shoes. These are my senior engineering director, product director. What are the things that are going to be concerning to them? For me to come and ask for more resources, for them to reallocate those resources, there was going to be another set of stakeholders that were annoyed because they weren't going to get their project done. There was going to be an engineering team that was annoyed because the work they'd been doing that they thought was important, they were getting pivoted off onto something else, so they were going to be annoyed. So in order for these senior leaders to reallocate the resources to me and to my product, I knew I had to make a pretty solid case around the rationale for doing it. I also had to make a pretty solid case for how I was going to use those resources effectively to get to the outcome. So for that, I went away, prepared well, worked with my engineering counterpart to come up with a plan for how we're going to leverage these resources, created spreadsheets that looked at all different impacts of different numbers of resources that would impact the delivery day. Took those spreadsheets and made simple Gantt charts to make it easy for these stakeholders to consume, because I knew they would make some very stereo spreadsheets. And when I had all that ready to go, again, I didn't use the divide and conquer technique. I worked with each of those individual stakeholders first over a coffee machine or one-on-ones or whatever it was. I shared what I was going to be talking to them about in that final meeting. And in this case, it paid dividends, the divide and conquer approach big time, because the engineering directors pushed back heavily. He was concerned because he said, well, the particular work you've got this new team, you've decided you're going to make this new team work on, it's very menial tasks. They're not going to feel like they've accomplished anything. I want you to go away and back with something that gives it something more substantial, some sort of product they can deliver within your larger product that gives them a feeling of satisfaction and intelligence. It's really makes perfect sense. I hadn't thought of it. He gave me that feedback. I was able to make that change, work back again with my engineering lead, such that when I went into that meeting with all these senior stakeholders, because I could present that as the solution, and I knew that I had already addressed his concern. If I hadn't done that, and he piped up in that meeting and said, this doesn't work for me, he might not have been able to articulate it, I might not have been able to respond and give a thoughtful response. I could have derailed this entire task, and I could have, maybe at best pushed the ask out for a week, and maybe at worst I could have derailed it until I failed. So divided pockets technique worked really well here. I got the resources secured, and as a secondary benefit, I also improved the confidence that these stakeholders had in me as a product manager. So you can imagine, here I am running this product, it's gone from green and now it's in red. Right? It doesn't look like I'm leading this initiative, it doesn't look great. Right? So it's understandable that my question is, Simon, doing a good job here, what's going on? Right? Sort of demonstrating the approach that I've taken by sharing sort of detailed plans and approach to deal with this problem with these stakeholders. It ultimately left them feeling much more confident in me, and they told me as such. They knew that I'd be able to utilize their resources effectively and really have to worry about it. So that was a really positive outcome of the resulting influence of these stakeholders. And so in this case, I had a competing request from a stakeholder. So I had a German counterpart, a German business lead, senior guy, very influential, emailed me, Simon, we've got to make this change on the old system, on the European system, we need to make this change immediately. Thank you. And this was a problem because, this is number one, this is the senior guy, I don't want to just say no to him. But number two, I knew there was no way, when we was talking on the previous slide about resourcing issues, I still have those resourcing issues here. And there was no way I could go and do this request and keep the product on track. So I knew that what I needed to do here was push back, but avoid escalation from the stakeholder and what was going on. And talking to his CEO and then coming back around to me and my senior management saying, Simon, you've got to go and build this because it's German, right? So my approach here, again, similar themes here. Number one, I was open and transparent. In this case, open and transparent meant that very early on in the conversation on this product, back actually when I was preparing that product council, I'd spoken to this stakeholder in order to get him to nominate a stakeholder representative. Some people I spoke to really early on. In that conversation, I'd said to him, hey, this is a big project that we're going to be undertaking. My team manages the old three systems, and it's going to be managing this build of this new system. We're going to be stretched. And in order to deliver this in a timely fashion, we're going to have to make compromises along the way. It might be that we can't support every single ask that you guys have to set for that. Right? And I told him that back in the day. So I'd already sort of set the foundation for me pushing back here. And sort of, I had the hindsight, I guess, or the foresight rather, to see that there was a chance this issue was going to happen. And so I was sort of shared it with him. I shared it with all the stakeholders I talked to about earlier today. Next thing I did, because I knew the stakeholder, I needed to prepare well. I needed to make a solid argument for why we couldn't do this, or what it would cost for us to do this. And so again, sat down with him. I had requests from him, so I knew what he wanted. I worked with my engineering lead. We put together a scope. I also put together a simple view of how us doing this task was going to impact our the larger project that we were working on, the larger project that we were working on. And so then I had this material ready to go. I didn't just email it back to him, because in this sort of situation where you're trying to have this delicate conversation, you don't want to send it by email, so who knows how he's going to take it. For me, this is all about doing it face-to-face, make it as personal as possible. If he'd been in the US, I would have sat down with him in the room. He wasn't in the US, he was in Germany, so I sat down with him in a video conference. That way I could see his facial expression as I sort of delivered the news, I could see his body language, I could make a decision as to whether I needed to maybe adjust my messaging a little bit. If I saw him sort of react horribly to what I was saying, I would have probably said, look, you know what, I can take this back and have another think about it. But, in this case he didn't. In this case, I successfully pushed back, which was good news as well. And he was also really appreciative that I, number one, prepared really well, was able to sort of show him the facts and figures of why it was going to be problematic for us to build this, and the impact it was going to have on not just Germany getting the new system, but the entire world getting the new system. And he also reminded me that I told him, 3 months, 4 months before, that hey, there might be compromises. He reminded me that I'd said that to him. microphone, and ultimately he was left happy as a stakeholder. So in summary, some of the themes, as I said, it's more an art than science in my view, but some of the themes, first three sort of items here about empathy, customer empathy, so really try to deeply understand the product, empathize with your stakeholders, make sure they understand that you understand their needs and you're going to help achieve their needs. Be open, honest, and transparent with them. Use divide and conquer where you can and where it's appropriate, especially for larger projects. Product announcement is a really great way to align stakeholders.